guys, this is Splatterman117 here, back with another video and a review for Free Guy with Ryan Reynolds, though, where basically a video game movie that takes place. He's just like a generic NPC. Well, I mean, come on, it has Ryan Reynolds in it, so you know it's gonna be a good movie. Really, like, my cousin and my brother were with me, and they were saying it was like a 10 out of 10. I can't say it's a 10 out of 10 by any means. Obviously, I haven't got to the part where I ranked the movie, but anyways, he basically wakes up and keeps repeating the same day over and over because he's just a generic NPC. So when he kept doing that and doing the same thing, it felt like the first 5 minutes of the movie, he kept doing the exact same thing, saying the exact same thing, very little change from what he did. But with his character, he plays the blue shirt guy, and that's what they call him, though. I mean, I did think the movie was going to be very generic. Hell, I didn't even think it was going to be better than a 5 out of 10 than an average movie. But Channing Tatum was in the movie. He does a pretty good job. I think he was really funny in the movie. Obviously, he wasn't really a main character. He was kind of a side character, but apparently he's a hero that kills people because he has glasses though, and then shit. I did not go through a red light. But anyways, disregard that last point. And it was the girl that's in the movie. I don't know her name. I haven't really seen her in anything, but Taika Waititi. I probably pronounced that name, butchered the fuck out of that. I'm not really sure how to pronounce it the right way, but he's basically the villain in the movie, and he's trying to help Blue Shirt Guy out by making all the cameras focus in on Free City is the game that they're playing, or that the world is. It's basically an open world GTA game. Shit's going crazy, and then Ryan Reynolds has this thing with his because he's an NPC, he begins to learn and expand versus being a regular NPC where they do the same thing. Because basically what happens in the movie, Ryan Reynolds is a bank teller, and they're trying to these bad guys come in with guns and try to steal shit, and then he just jumps up from behind the counter. Instead of giving people the money, he just takes the money, or doesn't take the money. Sorry, I fucked up on that part, but he stops the guy from taking the money, and I thought it was that was a pretty funny part. And then he begins to learn that he can do stuff, and he accidentally kills this one guy that's a NPC, well, actually, I think it is a playable character, if I'm not mistaken. And he doesn't know what it really means because he's a generic NPC. But anyways, he kills him, and then he gets these glasses that when he puts them on, it shows the game world through the glasses, but if he takes them off, it's basically goes back to what he normally sees. But when he puts them on, he sees a health pack, and he looks to the right with this to this one guy, and he's like, "Do you see that?" And then the guy gets up and walks away. And I thought that part was kind of funny though, because he doesn't see it. He only sees it through the game, and basically then he ends up meeting this the one chick, which I mean, she's pretty cool though, and she's a game designer along with the main villain, and then her she's in the video game along with one of her other friends. I mean, you can tell they almost kind of want to get married, and if you really pay attention, but they don't. They just end up going back out at the end of the movie, and the bad guy like shuts the game down and reboots it. So then she has to go find blue shirt guy and sit there and like, I mean, it's a little kind of like cheap how like he kisses her and then he gets all the thoughts back that he got that he had previously before it was rebooted. So maybe that was a little bit a cheap way out, but basically then the main bad guy goes and starts like trying to like cutting up the servers and stuff, and he's cutting them up, and as he's cutting all the hardware and shit up, the whole entire world like starts shutting down in the game, and then there's literally like one big gigantic brick, and if he would have cut that, then everybody would have died. And then there's this one part where this bridge gets made, and Ryan Reynolds has to go across, and then he has to go up against this guy named Dude, which is basically like a buffed up version of him, which is pretty funny though. And like they have a little bit of a wing towards Captain America when Ryan Reynolds gets he spawns in Captain America's shield, and I thought that was funny. And you even get Chris Evans in there to be like, what the hell? And I thought that was pretty funny. I mean, to me, there are a lot of comedic moments. Is a movie worth going to see? I mean, basically, if it has Ryan Reynolds on it, I think it's worth going to see, let alone just by that. But if I was being honest, I'd probably give it an 8 out of 10. You know, yet again, I thought the movie was only going to be like a 5 out of 10. So, but I'm not going to be like that. I'll give it an 8 out of 10 because it was funny. I mean, I think it could have been a lot better because it was basically like simulating GTA, but apparently like NPCs can learn. So I thought that was cool. Not really too much else I can really say, but it's worth going to see, so I'd recommend going to see it. But hey, that's just my opinion. So hey, Spider-Man 117 out.